Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Donovan. This is the Samsung Galaxy Watch and this is my Apple Watch Series 4, and tonight I want to share with you 5 ways that the Samsung Galaxy Watch beats the Apple Watch Series 4. Some of these are going to seem really obvious, others maybe not so obvious, and more personal preference than anything. So with that being said, tonight's all about this guy and how it beats the Apple Watch Series 4, but stay tuned for those of you that are Apple fans. In a few nights I will also be doing a video all about how the Apple Watch Series 4 beats the Samsung Galaxy Watch. So with that being said, I will say that both of these are absolutely fantastic smartwatches. My personal preference, honestly, right now is for the Apple Watch Series 4. It's a personal preference, but again, tonight's all about how the Samsung Galaxy Watch beats this guy right here. So with that being said, reason number 1 this watch is better than the Apple Watch Series 4 is the price point. So of course, if we're talking about price, generally cheaper is better. So in this case, the Samsung Galaxy Watch starts off at $329. Now that is for the 42mm. That is the cheaper version of the watch. Also, that is the Bluetooth only version of the watch. I have the 46mm version. I believe I paid $350 for it, and I have the non-LTE version. So this is available in an LTE configuration as well, which I did have for a little while, but at the moment I have the Bluetooth only version. Now the Apple Watch Series 4 actually starts at $400. So the most expensive Samsung Galaxy Watch is the same price as the least expensive Apple Watch Series 4. So for that, you're going to get the 42mm. I believe, no, it's the 40mm, but I have the 44mm, as you can see right here. Yeah, 44mm. And this one that I have is the LTE version, so this one was $530, so certainly not cheap by any means. So the Samsung Galaxy Watch, if cheaper is better, then definitely without a doubt the Samsung Galaxy Watch is the better of the two devices. So next thing I want to talk about is battery life. So there is zero question, this is not even an argument, the Samsung Galaxy Watch is easily the better of the two watches when it comes to battery life. So this one, the 46mm version that I have, I'm generally getting around 3 days to 4 days of battery life. Now, I've heard people getting much more battery life than that, but personally I'm getting around 3 to 4 days of battery life. That's using it very heavily, using GPS, Bluetooth, everything, throwing in the whole kitchen sink with this watch, having it connected up to my Note 9, and getting notifications, as you can see there. And with that, I'm getting about 3 to 4 days of battery life, whereas with the Apple Watch Series 4, again, using it very, very heavily, just like I was mentioning with the Samsung Galaxy Watch, in general, I am lucky to get through 2 days of battery life with this one. So I can easily get through 1 day, no problem. But the second day, getting through that whole second day is generally a little tougher. Now, again, I'm using these watches very heavily. I don't really hold back on the watches. I go kind of all out, getting all my notifications, using the GPS for my activities, also listening to music while I run. So I'm using them very heavily. So about 2 days and easily 3 to 4 days with the Samsung Galaxy Watch. So reason number 2, the Galaxy Watch beats the Apple Watch Series 4 is the battery life. All right, so now number 3. Now this one is probably a little bit more controversial, so it's really dependent on who you are and what your personal preference is. But I'm going to say that the Samsung Galaxy Watch beats the Apple Watch Series 4 in build quality. And the reason I say that is because, number 1, this one comes with stainless steel built into it. This one is aluminum unless you pay extra, and I believe it's like an extra $100 to get the stainless steel version. Also, I prefer the round face, the more classic round face, versus the square face or the rectangular face you get on the Apple Watch Series 4. And then also, I really like this. This is actually super nice and super useful, and it feels very easy. You can actually do this one-handed with no problem. So that bezel that rotates here is very useful on the Samsung Galaxy Watch. Another way in terms of build quality that this one beats this guy over here is the fact that this one has standard 22mm bands, so if you want to replace them, you can easily do that. Now, if you get the 42mm version of the watch, then you're getting 20mm bands, but easily very replaceable. You can see it comes with quick release bands, super replaceable. Now, obviously, the Apple Watch Series 4 is a beautiful watch as well. But for some people, You know, a lot of people think it's hideous because of the square face. Personally, I don't mind that. I actually kind of like it, but I definitely prefer the round face of the Samsung Galaxy Watch, and the fact that I don't have to pay extra to get stainless steel with the Galaxy Watch, whereas with the Apple Watch Series 4, it's an extra $100 if you want stainless steel. Now, way number 4 that the Samsung Galaxy Watch beats the Apple Watch Series 4, and again, this one's going to be probably not true for everybody, but personally, I prefer Tizen OS over the Watch OS 5 on the Apple Watch. Now, that is mainly because of one thing. So these shortcuts are nice. So if you pull down from the top, shortcuts are awesome. If you scroll over to the right, of course, you get your notifications. Notifications are easy to reply to, just like they are on the Apple Watch Series 4. However, I will say the Apple Watch Series 4 makes it really easy to reply to messages. This one's not quite as easy, so if I go in here, go into, like, they want to send me a case for, I think, an iPhone, so I can scroll down here, and then you can see I can use my microphone, I can reply with an emoji, and then also with text there, and it does actually have a keyboard that you can use, which is crazy, but I definitely don't recommend using that. And then of course you can see these auto replies as well, and then you can customize those down here. So that part is not necessarily better by any means than this one over here when it comes to replying, but I do like the rotating bezel. But these shortcuts over here to the right are super useful. So, you know, for instance, there's my Spotify shortcut, we have our music shortcut, and then also you can add alarms, things like that. I mean, you can put as many shortcuts as you want. There's my health shortcut, so if I want to go for a run, I can just kind of cut into there. So I'm a really big fan of the OS here on Tizen with the Samsung Galaxy Watch. So that's just a personal preference. I know a lot of people really like Watch OS 5, and I personally really like it as well. And I think that the crown here is kind of useful. It depends on what you're using it in. Like here, when you're going through your apps, I don't really find that to be all that useful, using the crown at all. But where it does become useful is like if you are in, let's say, a notification. I don't want to go into that one because that's like some personal information. So I'm going to get out of that. But anyways, when you're in some notifications, it's nice to be able to kind of scroll through them with the crown. That's nice. But overall, I think I prefer Tizen 4 that you get with the Samsung Galaxy Watch. So that's reason number 4. Reason number 5 is kind of, you know, kind of a personal preference again, but obviously if you are an Android user, you can't use this watch, whereas of course this one works with both Android and iOS devices. It works perfectly with any Android device, not just Samsung devices. You just have to get a couple of Samsung apps on your on your phone in order to use it. So Samsung Health, you also have to get the Samsung App Store on your phone, on your Android phone to use it, whereas this one of course will only work with Apple phones. So obviously you have to have an iPhone to use this one. But with that being said, like I mentioned, in a couple of nights I will be posting a video about ways that the Apple Watch Series 4 beats the Samsung Galaxy Watch. And again, my personal preference honestly is for the Apple Watch Series 4 right now. But this is also a absolutely fantastic watch, especially if you're someone who just wants a great smartwatch that's very intuitive. The health on this, the health applications on this one versus the health applications on this one, definitely no question the Apple Watch Series 4 beats this one in terms of health applications. But overall, this is a fantastic watch, one worth checking out. Links down in the description if you're interested in picking up either of these. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.